Your first look at high school football scores and highlights. This is First Down Friday Night. Sponsored by Papa John's, your Community Health Mart Pharmacy, Whataburger, and P2EDI. Now your hosts, Mo Carter, Naomi Gray, and Jonah Karp.
For staying up late to check out a local look at high school football, I'm Naomi Gray, he's Jonah Karp, and you are tuning in to First Down Friday Night.
Due to load management, as you can see, Mo Carter is not here. He has the evening off, but that's a good thing because he'll be nice and well rested next week when playoffs begin.
Absolutely, and tonight is the final tune-up for some teams as they prep for the road to the Super 7.
While others are playing for the final time this season, you have a game that features two playoff-bound teams, right?
I did. I was out there, yep. Two playoff-bound teams and Bob Jones welcoming Prattville, the 9th-ranked team in Class 7A, to Madison this evening. Last time the pair met, Prattville took the W, and they picked up where they left off. Opening drive, Patriots quarterback Rashawn Hardy drops back, can't find the open man, and he's taken down for a loss and an eventual turn on downs. Ensuing drive, Prattville already leading with 7 on the board. Edward Owsley cocks back and heaves it deep to the end zone, finding Cameron Shakes for another 6 on the board. Now listen, the Lions, well, they would attempt the extra point and it'll be blocked. Huge stop by the Patriots. It leads to a Prattville 13-0 lead. And now it's go time for Bob Jones. They were just warming up. Hardy surveys the field and finds Kelly Fields on the crossing route with the diving catch for a Patriots first down. Ensuing snap, Hardy goes keeper for the burst out right, but he finds the open lane. He's coming right to your living room, ladies and gents. Run for cover. Lord knows I did. Hardy's run sets up the Patriots right where they want it. And there he goes, dialing up his own number again, ripping right through the secondary for the score. Bob Jones cuts into the deficit. That possession would make it 13-7, but Prattville would eventually get the job done with a 43-31 win over the Patriots. Next week, Bob Jones hosts Hewitt, Trustville, and Prattville travels to Theodore. May Jemison wrapped up their season tonight against Pell City. Tensions were high as the Jaguars were trailing 20-6 in the second when I walked in, and this extra point, well, it didn't help at all. It pushed Pell City forward to a 21-6 lead, and there was no time to waste. There's the Panthers quarterback Taylor Smith with the sneak up the gut for the crucial first down. They'll quickly charge forward here. Smith from under center right into the end zone. Can't find him under the pile, but the signals go up. 27-6 Pell City. Panthers wanted to add a little more salt in the wounds. They'll go for 2. Wide receiver Caleb Brock taking the snap, drop backs, and flies it right over into the hands of Colin Smith for the 29-6 lead with less than a minute left to go in the opening half. And ensuing drive, here's Kel Woods getting chased out the pocket, but he sneaks it to Cameron Montgomery, who blasts down the sidelines for a May Jemison first down. Next play, Woods shows why he was our First Down Friday Night MVP. With the break to left, he puts his team on his back and picks up another first down. Big chance here for the Jaguars. 4th down, 5 seconds to go in the half. Woods sees a man, but he's sacked before he could even dial it up. Huge play by Pell City, Carl Harrison, and that'll just about do it for May Jemison's 2021 season. Pell City goes on to win by a final of 50-26 over May Jemison. Fortunately, tonight was the final game of the year for both teams.
All right, Madison Academy hosting Russellville yesterday. The Mustangs sprinting out of the gate. Scoreless in the second quarter, but the Mustangs, they got off to a very slow start on special teams. Torrey King taking it to the castle because his last name's King. That opens the scoring. 7-0 Golden Tigers. Mustangs now looking for a response. Next drive, give to Will Stokes. He was another one of our MVPs earlier this year. Check out the moves. Reverses field, jukes out everyone, takes it down inside the red zone. But Madison Academy, they would settle for a field goal. Russellville up 7-3. Handoff Connor Warhurst. He's pretty good too. Cranks up the Jets, takes it inside the 30-yard line. Golden Tigers in great position to add to their lead. Gabriel Amick launches it toward the end zone, finds a wide open Randall Johnson for the score. Russellville, they led at halftime, but Madison Academy would outscore the Golden Tigers 24-6. Check out your final score. Madison Academy goes on to win it 34-20 after that big second half. Next week, Russellville, they'll host Lincoln in the first round of the playoffs. Madison Academy will host Hamilton. Moving right along, Class 3A, Fife Red Devils hosting Scottsboro on a rainy Thursday evening. Fife headed to the playoffs, so they want to make things fun. Opening kickoff, Red Devils on the receiving end. William Stevens tries to break loose. He gets stopped in his own territory. That's not great. Ensuing play, Kyle Duke loses the snap. Tough condition there, playing where he is with all the rain and whatnot. He's able to recover. Later, Duke hands it to freshman Logan Anderson. He busts open the spin cycle, sending the defenders into a frenzy. Fife, first down Fife, still in the first. This time, Kyle Duke, keeper, breaks left, creating a whole patch of space before getting tripped up inside the 10. Now it's time to put some icing on the cake. Anderson takes the handoff, splits through the secondary into the end zone, putting the Red Devils first on the board. That was one of 5 touchdowns for Anderson, and he led Fife to a 45-7 victory over Scottsboro. Next week, Fife hosts Walter Wellborn in the first round of the playoffs.
And of course, the Fox 54 sports team is on social media, but a few things have changed over the last few weeks. Follow Mo at Mo Carter, Fox 54. Follow me at Naomi Gray TV and my guy Jonah Karp at Jonah Karp TV. Send us a tweet. We might read it tomorrow on air at this point. And don't move from that seat if you're still awake, that is. We have more action coming your way after this quick timeout. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying up late with us. Naomi Gray, Jonah Karp. Jonah, you did some driving tonight. You traveled down to Albertville to experience Alabama High School football's oldest rivalry.
That's right. 107 meetings between Albertville and Guntersville dating back to 1914. They didn't play in 1924 and 1925. The Aggies kidnapped a goat that the Wildcats had brought to a game in 1923. It was a whole thing, led to a brawl. All detailed in the TJ Carnes book, Out of the Sand. Anyway, let's head down to Aggie Land. McCord Field in front of the Albertville faithful. Guntersville up 14-0 and looking for more. Cole McCarty hands it to Logan Pate. He was our Week 5 MVP. Gets the Wildcats inside the red zone. Same drive, now into the second quarter. McCarty takes it himself. Hey, get out of the way, dude. We're trying to watch McCarty. Fakes the give, takes it himself, strides in for the score. Guntersville up 3 possessions. Albertville still trying to get just points on the board. Andy Howard, moonshot, pretty hookup with Connor Lowry. Offense waking up. Let's see if the defense can wake up for Albertville and keep the offense in this ball game. Defense pushing the Wildcats to 4th and 3. Looks like they're going for it. Nah, Pate boots it. Pretty good punt too. He runs well, punts well, does a little bit of everything. One of the reasons he was our MVP. Aggies trying to operate again on offense. Ensuing drive, Howard dishes it right to Cooper Colvin. Check it. Green grass galore. Aggies make it a ball game in the first half. Let's show you the final from Albertville. Well, Guntersville goes on to win 49-28. Next week, Guntersville will host Ramsey in the first round of the playoffs.
Westminster Christian hosting Lee in its final game of the 2021 season. Wildcats will miss the playoffs. Opening kickoff, Wildcats bust out the trickery. Nick McFarland receives, then whips it out to Matthew Jensen, who breaks for the open field before getting stopped on Lee's 35-yard line. Later, quarterback Brandon Much finds a guy to his right, and it's Isaiah Lattimore with the big man grab. And the Wildcats first down. Next play, Hunter Webb awakens the ground attack, breaks free for the open field, but 4 shorts of the end zone, but sets up nicely for the next play. And he'll dust himself off and try again, this time through the air. Much finds him inside the 10, but the coverage would be thorough. Lee marks another stop in the red zone. On the goal line now, and Much dials his own number into a swarm of defenders, but more importantly, right into the end zone for the Wildcats' first score on the night. Cheerleaders were super pumped for the last regular season game. Ensuing drive, Lee ready to make its mark. Anthony Matthew tosses it to Jordan Bell, who creates his own lanes on the left sidelines for a hefty first down pickup for Lee, and it's go time. This time, Derek Pitts, he makes the house call to knot things up in the first. They'd stay on each other's toes, but Lee goes on to win by the 43-40 final. Next week, Lee will travel to Leeds for the first round of the playoffs.
Earlier today was the final home game of the regular season over at Boaz High School. That means it was also Senior Day. Of course, an opportunity to honor those who are graduating, but the Pirates also have another tradition.
Every year we get our seniors to write a letter to a teacher in our system who's made a difference or made an impact on their life. We take the letter and the player's away jersey to them. You know, it's just a chance for a kid to say, as a senior, I had you in the 4th grade, and I'll never forget that you instilled in me a love of learning, or, you know, maybe I had some things going on at home and you were a place where I felt safe and loved, and just a chance to give those teachers affirmation that what they're doing makes a huge difference in our community and throughout the country.
Such an awesome tradition. Hey, what's senior night without a cheerleader stampede? All ponchoed up, too. Arab trying to play spoilers. Knights deep in their own territory. Early in the first quarter, James Ed Johnson flicks it over to Dakota Naismith. He takes off, flies past the secondary, across midfield, and he'll be wrapped up right around midfield. Knights pushing, and they'll continue to push, chug right along on offense. Give to Drake Franklin. He slips some tackles, super shifty, down inside the red zone. Takes a seat in there too. Arab looking to break the ice. Johnson, keeper, dives across the goal line. Yeah, that'll do. Knights score first. And then on the ensuing kickoff, it's only a bit of a short kick. Check this out. It takes a high bounce, fumble. Arab recovers, so they get another opportunity. Trying to tack on some more. Johnson, pitch over to Hayden O'Reilly, bulldozes forward for the score. Knights in control early. Here's the final from Boaz. 45-14, Arab takes the victory over Boaz. Next week, Arab hosts Homewood in round 1 of the playoffs. Boaz travels to Parker.
Well, last night, Woodville paid a visit to Section to close out the regular season. Samuel Peak eyes an open receiver, but it's just a little overthrown. Panthers escape the pick. Section later on the hunt. Drake McCutcheon on the keeper gets tangled in the masses, but is able to muscle through for a nice chunk of yards. Next play, McCutcheon hands it off to Buddy Jr. Walker. He takes the left sideline and is able to bust out for a Section first down. Marked inside the red zone now, Drake McCutcheon calls his own number up the gut, stamping in the score for Section. And later, Dominic Blair will nail the extra point. And just like that, the Lions put this game on ice. They'd win it 56-7, and that'll do it for their 2021 season.
And that does it for our first half action. But don't go too far. We'll have one more matchup for you guys coming up after the break. North Jackson visiting Fort Payne earlier tonight. Wildcats already up 7-0 at their own 45-yard line. Caden DeBose gets the carry. Check out the daylight. House call. 14-0 Fort Payne on top. And they kept on rolling. Wildcats in the driver's seat, flooring the gas pedal. Later in the game, Jake Barnes rolling. Ricardo Adame breaks a tackle, takes it in for another Wildcat score. I think those were the original lyrics to Proud Mary. Second half, North Jackson still scoreless. Myron Walton says, let me just do that myself. 57-yard sprint helps a little. Chiefs still down a lot. End of the game, Alex McPherson. Check this out, because this is history. 61-yard field goal attempt, state record for Alex McPherson. Congratulations. Let's take a look at the final score, shall we? 32-7, Fort Payne goes on to win it. North Jackson travels to Gordon next week. Fort Payne will head to Briarwood.
Jonah, don't stick to your day. No, stick to your day job, actually. The singing was horrendous.
Let's call Tina Turner.
Still ahead, we check in with our first Friday night MVP of the week, as well as a local team of Trailblazers after the break.
Each week we bring you coverage of all the high school football games in North Alabama. We also recognize one player who stands out from the rest. Here's our latest First Down Friday Night MVP.
Last week, Priceville defeated West Limestone 56-50 in overtime. The Bulldogs notched their 6th victory in a row, helped out by a marvelous performance from their running back, Mason Carty.
Well, I think I performed pretty well. I also thank my linemen, so, I mean, they helped me the most. I wouldn't be here without them, so, but besides that, when they block, it's up to me, so just big thanks to my linemen for doing everything for me.
Carty tallied 346 rushing yards and scored 6 touchdowns, a remarkable stat line that earns Carty our latest First Down Friday Night MVP, brought to you by Whataburger.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Anytime you have a guy that's one play away from taking it all the way, it takes a lot of pressure off you as a play caller, and it just really relaxes the entire offense.
Sure, the numbers are impressive, but Carty still has benchmarks he has yet to reach.
I had some goals to get to 2,000 yards. I'm not there yet, but the former running back, Jerry Burton, he set a goal for that. I think it might be a Priceville record maybe, but I'm trying to follow his steps.
You know, he's really, I've been impressed with how he's brought a little bit more power to his game. He's always been the shiftier kind of back, and this year he's breaking a ton of tackles, and he's also added a blocking element where, you know, it's not just him all the time. He's willing to go out there and block for his teammates as well.
Indicator, Jonah Cart, Fox 54 Sports.
Congratulations, Mason. Sparkman High School's flag football team wrapped up its historic inaugural regular season this week. Both the Senators and Huntsville Panthers are the only 2 schools to participate in North Alabama. The Alabama High School Athletic Association sanctioned flag football as an official sport this year, making these talented girls trailblazers in high school athletics. Sparkman finished the season 8-2, including 5 wins over Huntsville. Head coach James Arnett and his players spoke to me about how special this season has been.
It's been an incredible opportunity to just see these girls really flourish in something that they haven't done before. You know, none of these girls have played flag football competitively before, and just being able to come out here and watch them learn and grow and do something, you know, historic, it's been wonderful.
Even if we lose, I think that we still get along pretty well. I think everybody still hypes each other up, and we just love each other. So even if we lose or win, we're all still like a big family.
The Senators will compete in the league's North Regional Tournament tomorrow as the top seed. Jonah, we made it to the playoffs. I can't believe we made it. I remember when we started this journey. Not that it's any time over, but it's just getting started. But yes, thank you so much for staying up late with us. We appreciate you. We're tired ourselves.
We are. Thank you to Papa John's, by the way.
Yes, thank you, Papa John's, for feeding us every Friday night with football and pizza.
Yeah.
Mainly pizza.
Mainly?
Mainly pizza. But and there it was bound
Papa
to happen,
John's
guys.
is ready to leave as well.
On that note, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored by Papa John's, your community health mart pharmacy, Whataburger, and B2EDI.